Hi, this is Rob from Epica.
And Mark as well from Epica.
Go to www.theageofmetal.com. Go check it out.
Hello everyone, this is Miguel with The Age of Metal, and I'm here with Rob van der Loo and Mark Jansen of Epica. To begin with, this is the last week of the tour. You guys have 5 days to go. How has been the tour for you guys this time around? Last time you were here in 2010, so how is it different from last time?
Our tour has been going very well. Literally everywhere we had more people than ever before. We had just some bad luck in the last dates that Simone got sick and she had trouble singing, but she kept on going and got the best out of herself. So all in all, it's been a great tour. So even though with that bad luck in the end.
Great to hear. You invite Alistorm, Insomnium, and System Divide, who left almost last week because personal reasons. How was the experience touring with these bands this time around? You know, last time you guys have a different set of bands. So how you guys picked them at the time to pick up? You know, say I want to tour with this band.
We give some suggestions to the booker, and he gives some suggestions too, and we put them all in a big bucket, and then we start looking around if they are available, if they're willing to. And this time it was an Hailstorm, because they have also a great following themselves. So the package them together then brings in more people. Insomnium we like ourselves a lot. It's a great band. And System Divide, some of these guys are friends of ours. So it was an obvious choice. And totally in the beginning we even had the guys of Blackguard with us. So it was a really big package. And those guys are also friends of us.
Definitely. Well, to begin with, Requiem for the Indifferent has been out since the beginning of the year. I understand, and I noticed that the album has a lot of different versions. It's really strong, really heavy, and the lyrics are, you know, parts from problems in the Middle East, take part on the oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. What was the most difficult part at the time to create this album?
It's always it's always a difficult whole process to make an album. I cannot say there was one specific difficulty. It's the only negative thing that I can point out was that in the end there was some lyrics forgotten on the last or the vocals forgotten on the last song of the album, while 60,000 albums were pressed. That was the biggest hit in the face for us, I can say.
But it was a kind of a printing error. It wasn't like something that was in the studio.
No, it was a human mistake. But I won't say who made it, because we don't want to kick afterwards. And it was just a really shitty mistake and really shitty circumstances. And sometimes shit happens, even though was really a bad thing.
All right, from your latest album, you've been writing about social issues and things that happen in the world, and through your eyes you see and you interpret. During this last tour, Epica went through the elections here in the United States. What is your take on that? How you saw that process, and that inspired you to write about? I mean,
sure.
at the time, it's yours.
Rob is here too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, you write the songs. I'm not. I've not been involved with the whole process of the album, so I think that's another question for him.
But your political view, you have a political view, right?
Yeah. So.
If you don't want to answer.
No.
Yeah, the elections. I think you guys here have no choice. There's a choice between right wing and extreme right wing, and one guy wants to cut no taxes for the rich, and the other guy he wants to cut a bit more taxes for the rich, and that's the differences they basically have. And some other details here and there, but in fact they think about many things the same, because they are all depending on the big companies, the corporations. Without the corporations they cannot do anything. They get funds from big corporations, so they are like marionettes of these big companies. And so that's why both of these guys, you have a choice between Democrats and Republicans. That's the only choice. I think a true democracy has a choice of many different parties. Of course there are, but they don't get any attention, so they will never make it to be a president and to deliver a president. So I think it's a bit of a farce, actually, the elections, and I cannot take it that serious.
Totally understandable, totally leave it that. I mean, I'm not from here, so I kind of understand when you have more choices. Going back to the album, to Requiem for the Indifferent, Mark, do you feel the album filled up your expectative and the expectative of the band when it was finished, or you feel that it was something left out?
Every album is, at the moment we record it, is the best we can do. And then also when it's released, I never start thinking what could have been done better, because that was at that moment the best we could do. We were happy, and then we start working on the next one, and the next one is always a result of the previous one. So on the next one you always try to do some stuff that the previous one didn't have, and that's how we continue working.
Great to hear. Well, well, besides the album, the band made a change. That was when Ives left and Rob here step on bass. How has been the experience of Epica playing with Rob? We'll go back in the interview.
Yeah, that was a horrible experience from the first day on.
I know.
No, he was, from the first day he was in the band. It felt already natural. That's we didn't even do one rehearsal, because
wow.
he studied the parts, and we know he's a really big talented musician. So we were not worried at all. And yeah, he studied and he did it exactly like we already were expecting, basically. And from that day on, everything went smooth. There was a little problem with the health, and that was a little negative thing, but that could have happened to everybody. That was that had nothing to do with musical skills, of course. That's just bad luck.
Yeah.
All right, and in the other side of the coin, how you've been feeling, like, you know, after you join Epica, how you feel the fans, the band, etc., etc.
Yeah, it feels pretty good, actually. Just like Mark said, it felt pretty natural to join this band. I mean, I already have the luck that I've been with Mayan already for a year, and so we already worked together for a year. We toured together, so we really start to get to know each other during a tour. I mean, it's always a big risk to take somebody new in the band, especially so quick, because it was quite a quick decision they made. But I mean, there was a lot of trust already, and yeah, for me as well, it felt like stepping into I don't know if family is the right word, but it felt like I already was in the band.
Bar.
Yeah. No, but I feel very privileged to be in step in such a band that's already grown so much and still is growing, and I can grow along with it. So and also the fans. I mean, of course there were a lot of people who already missed Eve right away, and I understand that's a natural thing. I mean, you have to with every band, and he's been in the band for almost 10 years. So I mean, it would be really stupid of fans then suddenly start complaining, say, "Oh no, it's great that he leaves and there's a new guy. Come on." But so far so good. I mean, I've got a real warm welcome from the fans, and that's really cool.
Great, that's good to hear.
Same with a football team, for example, soccer you call it here.
Yeah.
And when there's a popular guy in a team and he leaves, because Eve was also a popular member, then in the beginning some people have some skepsis. But when the new guy steps in and he becomes very soon also a popular guy, then that's the best thing to happen, and I see that's happening now with Rob.
Like Van der Bar and Huntela, right?
Yes.
You mind if I leave this interview? Or
Yeah, but some people want Van Persie instead of Huntela.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
I want Huntela. Huntela.
Okay, Epica just came back before the North American tour from long tour in South America. What were the headlines down there? I mean, I know that you guys played the first time in Paraguay, and you guys been playing South America quite often. What were the headlines that happened down in South America?
Our personal headlines?
I guess the personal headlines, or like things that you guys see that never seen before down there.
Well, actually, also playing in Paraguay was also a pretty funny story, because we weren't in that country for maybe 6 hours. So we came just from Uruguay, and we had a transit flight from Santiago to there, and there was already a question if we would play, because there was a storm over there as well. And then we arrived from this very foggy, cold weather and this very hot country, and we had to go on stage right away.
Wow.
But it was also cool to see, because this was the first time that the band played there, and the place was completely packed. People were completely flipping there. I remember when when the outro was playing and we were saying goodbye to everybody, people started to run on stage, and security had to stop them all, and there was it was one big madhouse over there. So
Which country was this?
that was Paraguay.
Paraguay.
Yeah.
We're only 6 hours in the country, like you
Yeah,
said.
exactly.
Well, it's been like almost, you guys been touring to America like twice or 3 times already, right? Mark?
Yeah, I think four times already. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
of course, the first time they went to see you guys for more time.
But in Paraguay was the first time.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did
The whole
quite some
region.
tours already in Latin America. Yeah, and if you count also all the Mexican time, yeah, then we have already been 6 or 7 times in Latin America.
All right, next year marks the 10th anniversary that you started Epica after you left after forever, and you started your own thing with the guys. Do you ever thought, or the guys ever thought, that Epica will get this big and still current in this business?
It's always something you cannot predict. The only thing we could do, and we did, was working very hard on it, and we wanted to achieve our goals. And of course, when you start, you don't set a goal like where we are now, because that's it can be unrealistic and can cause a lot of disappointments when you don't reach it fast enough. But we build it step by step, and I always believed this was possible. And when you believe in something, you go for it. And the same is with the show we're gonna do next year to celebrate it. It's a big thing, and we took quite some risk to organize this all by ourselves. If it would have been a failure, we would lose basically a lot of money, maybe all of our money. And but now we can already say it's going to be a success, because already many tickets have been sold. So whatever happens now, it's a success.
Great to hear. And actually, I was going that next, and that's gonna happen on the March 23rd, 2013,
That's the one.
on in Hover, in the Netherlands. The show is called Retrospect. What is the plan for the show? You guys gonna play, like all set lists? There's gonna be guest musicians, ex-members of the band, things like that. What's gonna happen over there?
Yeah, all these kind of things we are. I mean, some things we're still working on, like the guests, and indeed with orchestra, with choir, and who knows? We can maybe even record a DVD, but that's something we don't know yet. We're working on it with Nuclear Blast, but that's something that I would really like, because this is going to be the highlight of our 10 years. So if we would not be able to record, it would be really pity. But even if we can't record DVD, then there are still some other possibilities to shoot the show. So one way or the other, we will figure something out on that. And besides that, yeah, it's a lot of special effects. Mm-hmm. So we're working also on with our light engineer on really big special show, and some things that we've never done before. But I cannot reveal what exactly we have in mind with that.
All right, now moving on to Mayan. That is your second band. I hear that Jack is writing now. New music. What is going to be the concept for the next Mayan album after Quarter Past?
I have no idea yet.
Okay.
That's the honest answer. We're writing some music, and we are throwing some ideas in the bucket, and But now at this moment we are very busy with Epica, so it's only just here and there, once in 3 months, that we sit together, write some music, and drink some beers. And it started just for fun. It's still for fun. It should also stay for fun. We don't have to make a living from that band. It's just to really literally to do something, a side thing to have a lot of fun.
Great. Well, Mark, Rob, thank you very much for taking the time to talking to HML. Good luck with the 10th anniversary. Good luck in Australia, because I know you guys are going down there for the first time. And you know, great to see you guys back, and hopefully see Mayan here as a tour with Epica. Well, that will be kind of killing, but yeah, it will be different. But in a tour with in the United States, I mean.
Yeah, it would be cool. We played on Prog Power USA, and I was really surprised how enthusiastic the people were. And many people were at that festival. They asked us, when do you come over to play a tour, to do a tour? And I would love to, but yeah, we're too busy with Epica, and that won't really happen in the short term. If there's whenever in the future a break with Epica, then it would be possible. Unless it would be really, it's quite expensive to bring all these people over. So it's going to be very hard, but not impossible.